Hello everyone, Tina here. Happy Stamptember 1st. Thank you so much for joining me. Well, today I am super excited to share with you some brand new items from Simon Says Stamp, part of their Stamptember release. All month long, Simon Says Stamp is having a celebration regarding their stamps and their crafty goodies. I have some new items that I want to share with you really quickly, and then we're going to jump in and create a card using some of them, and then I'll create a few more cards and I'll show you what I'm going to be using in a couple more videos down the road. Okay, first off, there's a new stamp set. It's called Pumpkin Pals. How sweet is this? So adorable. We're going to be using this on our card today. This is a 4x6 stamp set. Okay, there's also a background stamp. This is called Curvy Background. It's a 6x6 clear stamp set. We're going to actually use this on our card today too. There is a beautiful Baubles 6x8 stamp set that's new over at Simon Says Stamp, and this is called Shiny Baubles. And if this is like one of some vintage baubles, I love the greetings in here for Christmas. But do you remember those vintage baubles? I actually have a whole box filled of vintage baubles or ornaments, and some of them have the little scene on the inside, and I just love them. This reminds me of that. So this is brand new. Also brand new is the fall wreath die. This die set creates a beautiful fall wreath. There's two pieces in here. It's a great size, and the leaves in here are all things fall. If you want an instant wreath or half of a wreath, this is perfect for that. I'm actually going to make a card with this later on down the future. So the fall wreath wafer die is brand new. Okay, these are very popular. If you guys know Simon Says Stamp's die sets, you know that they came out with a Pretty Bows die, and not to be confused, because this is Pretty Bows 2. So if you love that die set with all the bows, there's another one. Super fun, completely different, and they're like the perfect size. So this is Pretty Bows 2. That's part of the new release. Also part of the new release are the A7 frames die set. These are wonderful. Even though they say A7, they are great for A2 cards. Let me bring in an A2 panel. You can see here. So you can create fabulous A7 cards with this, or 5x7s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, there's 9 dies in here. And I'll be using this on my card today too. Another fabulous die set that I'll be creating a card project with is called Charming Flower Stem. It's a layering flower, a simple layering, and it's really pretty. Let me show you how many pieces are in here. There are 3 pieces. This is the base, and then you get the petals that are layering, and you also get the flower centers that look like little Ritz cookies. It's so cute. So these are, or I said cookies, but I meant crackers. But this is brand new also. Another brand new item are some easy strips. These are the reversed Halloween easy strips. There are 4 in here. All things Halloween. So sweet. That's brand new. Easy strips actually go with the Easy Strips die, and sometimes Simon has these in most of the time too. They have them in bundles, so you can get the die separate, and then these are pretty inexpensive. And then all you do is cut them out, and they also have these in a bundle too, I believe. So these are brand new. Another brand new embossing folder, which we all love, is an embossing folder and cutting die set for the holidays. If you want to give out a nice little gift, a note card set with these are perfect because they're easy to mass produce. So this is brand new, the Magnificent Mums embossing folder and cutting die. Here's something else that's brand new. Now, I've used Simon Says Stamp Stencil Matte before. What this is it has a sticky grip to it. There's a plastic covering that covers this. I always keep the plastic covering because you never know when you would use it. And all you do is remove this, add your cardstock, and it holds it down for you. Love this. And I love, you know what I love too, is the original one that Simon came out with was a white background, and you could see all the ink. It wasn't very pretty. What I like is the black, because you can't see the ink behind it. It stays pretty. You'll probably be able to see the ink behind the paw print here. So this is brand new too. The brand new Stamp and Stencil Matte in black. I love this. Also brand new are 2 sets of Simon Says Stamp Positively Saturated ink pads. Okay, the first set is a trio of purples. You have Periwinkle. It would go like this: Periwinkle, Clematis, and Crocus. Beautiful purplish colors in Simon Says Stamp's Positively Saturated inks. So that set's brand new. And then another Positively Saturated ink trio are beautiful for even Valentine's Day. It's a cross between a purpley pinkish. Okay, real rosy colors. You have Ballerina, Fairy, and Plum. I love that they're in trios because they're great for florals, of course, but they're also great for ink blending because you have the gradient, the light to the dark. Simon has it done for you in their Positively Saturated ink trio here. So that's brand new also. Beautiful colors. Okay, so these are just a little bit of what's brand new over at Simon Says Stamp. Some fabulous new goodies. Head on over and check it out. STAMPtember is here, and I'm super excited about it. Okay, let's jump in, and we're going to create our card. We're going to create our card in 5 easy steps. Okay, starting off with our stamp set. We're going to do some stamping. Now, I just have the stamp set. I'm pretty sure Simon Says Stamp does have a coordinating die set or even a bundle, and I'll link that down below. We're going to use the Pumpkin Pals, and I'm just going to stamp 2 of these cute little critters. I'm going to stamp this little guy with the pumpkin. I'm going to stamp with Memento because I'm going to color it in with my Copic markers. Okay. And then I'm also going to stamp this little critter that has a pumpkin costume. So adorable. We'll stamp this little critter. And then I think there's a pumpkin in here that I'm going to stamp also. Okay, I'm going to zoom in, play a little bit of music while I color. I have quite a few Copic markers that I'm going to use. Let me go through them really quickly. For this cute little critter here, I'm going to use some warm grays. And I'm just going to use 2 and a blending tool. I'm using these. Okay. And then for this little critter, I'm going to use some grays and my blender. For the pumpkin, I'm using these 2 greens and brown for the top of the pumpkin. And then for the pumpkin itself, I'm going to use these 4 colors. And I almost forgot, I like to rosy up the cheeks of my critter, so that's where this pink will come in. Okay, I'll play a little bit of music, speed up the video to shorten it a little bit. If you guys don't like the coloring, you can just fast forward it. But I will see you when I'm all done coloring. Okay, my coloring is all done, and what I'm going to do is fussy cut these out, and I will be right back. Now these will be my focal image. We're going to put these to the side, and we're going to work on step number 2, which means we need a home panel. My home panel, we're going to do a little bit of die cutting. Let's bring in our A7 frames. Okay, I'm going to take the second from the smallest, and I'm also going to take the next size up from that. So these two here. The smallest one I'm going to die cut out with some orange cardstock. But I'm also going to die cut this out with some white cardstock. Okay, I'm going to die cut it out once with the orange, twice with the white, and then with the larger one I'm going to cut out with the white also. Okay, with the largest, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some foam tape and put it down here in the back. I'm going to secure both of these together. We're going to create a frame with an insert, and so putting foam tape behind here is easiest. You could also tape it just using some regular Scotch tape. Okay, that's one of the home panels, and now with this one, we're going to have these little critters peeking out from behind the frame. So I'm going to add a little glue here. And then I'm just going to have him tucking out. Okay, that's a good spot there. And this one, we're going to add a little glue here at the top. And then we'll have this guy, this little happy camper. Tack him down. He's going to be peeking out at the top here. Okay, and now I'm leaving room. I'm going to use my background panel here as a guide, and I'm leaving room on this side here because we're going to actually stamp our greeting, Hello Pumpkin, on this side. Okay, so you want to make sure that you have enough room down here to stamp our greeting. Now I'm not going to add my pumpkin just yet. Okay, so, but I am going to trim away any of my critter that's overhanging on my frame. We'll do this bottom half. Okay. Now I actually only need 2 of the frames. I kind of went frame crazy. Now I'm going to take one of my white frames and I'm going to layer it here. Just sandwiching my critters between it. Okay, and then I'll flip it over once more and I'll add a little more glue. And we'll add our next frame. So now this frame has a little bit of dimension to it. And then I'm going to take my pumpkin here and I'm going to add a little glue now. And I'm going to tack my pumpkin on this side. But instead of trimming off the outside edge, I'm going to trim off the inside edge. There we go. Okay, so far so good. Now we're going to move along to step number 3 and stamp our greeting. I mentioned our Hello Pumpkin. We're going to take this in an acrylic block and we're going to stamp it along that edge. We're going to add our frame just to use it as a guide, and then I will ink up my Hello Pumpkin. And let's go ahead and stamp this along this left side here. There we go. So cute. Okay, I'm going to take my Hello Pumpkin. We're going to flip it around. I'm going to add some glue behind here. And then we're going to tack this in the middle. Okay, so the frames adhered. I didn't add any foam tape behind my little critters. So to give them a little bit of dimension, I'm going to bring in a small foam square. We're just going to remove the release paper and then I'm going to slide it underneath. This will give it a little oomph. There we go. I'm also going to add it behind my pumpkin here too. Here we go. So now that is my home panel with my focal image. So sweet. We're going to move along to step number 4 and create our background. Now for my backgrounds, we're bringing in a piece of white cardstock and we're going to do a little ink blending with some orange inks, but I'm going to emboss with our curvy background. I'm just going to remove this. I'm going to treat my paper with my anti-static powder. Okay, and then I'm going to use my watermark ink. I'm using Versamark, and I'm going to go over my background here. And then I'll take my panel and we are going to add it. We'll add it here. Just give it a good press. Okay, we're going to lift this up, and then I'm going to go over this with some white embossing powder. Now I'm going to take my heat gun and we're going to go ahead and melt this. Once our background is melted, we're going to bring in our stamp and stencil mat. Let's add this here. Okay, we're going to add a gradient of oranges to our background. So I have 3 different inks. We're going to start with the marigold. In the middle will be clementine, and then our bottom color will be fruit punch. So let's go ahead and add our lightest. We're going to add it to the top here. There's our marigold. Next color will be our lighter orange. Let's go ahead and add this straight down the middle. Now I said straight down the middle, but I kind of went along with the curve of the pattern that's on our background. Okay, now we're going to move along to our 3rd color, and this is where we're going to add it to the very bottom, creating that gradient. And that's all there is to that. I'm going to go ahead and take a damp towel, and I'm just going to buff away the ink from our embossed background. Okay, and then that is our background, and we actually did keep our little paw clean, nice and clean. I went ahead and layered my background on my card base, and that is all there is to that. Now I'm going to take my home panel and with our focal image that we popped up with some foam tape, and we're going to layer this off to the left here. Now we're going to move along to step number 5 and embellish. I'm going to embellish my project with my Simon Says Stamp Starbright mix. We're just going to add a few here with a little bit of glue. And that will finish off my card today in 5 easy steps. A super cute little Hello Pumpkin card. Thanks so much for joining me today. I have 2 more projects to share with you using some brand new items from Simon Says Stamp. So look forward to creating those projects later on. And have a wonderful day. I hope you get a chance to check out the Simon Says Stamp brand new STAMPtember release. So much fun. Of course, you know about their collaboration stamps. So much going on over at Simon Says Stamp this month. So I hope you get a chance to check it out. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end. I have 2 more videos that you guys might be interested here. If you guys are new and like the content that you see, click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way for future videos, be notified. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sure does help the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.